Hello everyone, my name is Scott Cunningham and I'm the founder of a Shopify partner agency called Sociallite. We specifically work with Shopify stores to help them scale their growth with advertising, emails, and offer strategies. I have a second business called Merchant Mastery, where we work with early stage Shopify stores to help them build their initial foundations and launch campaigns and get them running off the ground. Today, I want to talk to you about one of the biggest issues that a lot of the Shopify stores I have spoken with over the last 5 years come across is coming up with compelling messaging and offers that actually convert sales. So when I think about putting messaging out to the world, like you might be running an ad, you might be sending an email, you might be working on your product page. You're trying to think about what messaging is actually going to convert sales. What do I try to do? And a lot of entrepreneurs that I speak with, they rack their brain and they say, Scott, I'm struggling to identify this. I don't know what to write in my ad. I don't know what to write in my email. I don't know what to write in my product page. So I say, before you get overwhelmed, you need to pause for a second. This is what you need to focus on. There are only 4 offer attributes that persuade customers to say yes. So before you write an ad, before you write an email, before you start writing your landing page copy, this is a great place to start, and you're going to be able to complete this exercise after this video. So there's 4 offer attributes, as I said, that persuade customers to say yes. And you're going to include these offer attributes in all your messaging. Now you're probably asking, Scott, what are these 4 offer attributes? Well, I'm glad you kind of asked. It is a nice acronym that we use to remember them, and I'm going to outline each of these right away. So the acronym that you can use to remember these 4 attributes is TBIF. And a good way to remember that is Thank Buddha, It's Friday. That's not actually what they stand for, but it's an easy way to remember it. Now, the first one is T. Okay, so this is that Thank Buddha, It's Friday. T is transactional attributes. Transactional attributes in e-commerce and almost every other industry are designed to acquire customers. So you'll use transactional attributes to initiate first-time purchases. It doesn't mean that your existing customers won't take advantage of these kind of offers too, but ultimately you want to be including these to convert new website visitors, people who are seeing your ad, people who are opening your emails. And a transactional attribute kind of is what it sounds like. It's focused on initiating that first transaction or initiating transactions right now. And these are things like discounts, gift with purchase offers, limited edition offers. And what I want you to do is brainstorm. This is the best way to go through this exercise, is brainstorm at least 4 transactional attributes that you could use for your product. It doesn't mean that you are going to. This is a brainstorming exercise, but I want you right now to think about 4 transactional attributes that you could use for your product. I'm going to use an example. I'm going to start writing down here. You may have seen my previous video where I was talking about the customer avatar and the before and after states. In that example, I was talking about a company that sells sunglasses specifically to people traveling in the Arctic. So I'm going to use that same example here. What are some transactional attributes that I could use if I was marketing sunglasses specifically designed for people who are around a lot of snow, where there's a lot of UV rays and there's a lot of frostbite happening? Right? So what are the transactional attributes? It might just be a discount. Let's start with that one. 10% off your first purchase. But you don't want to get hung up with just one transactional attribute. Brainstorm some more ideas. What's another one that we could use? We could also do like a gift with purchase offer. So let's say buy our sunglasses, get free hand warmers. You're going to be traveling to the Arctic. We make sure that we know that we want to complement what you're actually buying with some hand warmers. Right? So you got a 10% off, you got a gift with purchase attribute that you could use. Another idea that you could do, maybe it's not a discount. Maybe we're just doing a limited edition version that you can only get. We only made 100 of them. You got to act now to get yours in the mail. Okay? And I want you to be thinking about these. Like I said, you don't have to commit to using these. This is a brainstorming exercise. So come up with 3 transactional ideas. And I'm going to go with a 4th right now. I'm going to say free shipping this weekend. That's another one that you can do just on a time-based promotion. All right, there's your transactional attributes. Like I said, you really want to be using these to acquire first-time customers. A big part of your marketing campaign is to acquire customers for as close to break even or better as you can. But the real goal with e-commerce is reselling to customers again and again and again and growing customer lifetime value. When you resell to a customer who you paid to acquire, there's more margins the second time you sell, the third time you sell, and the fourth time you sell. So transactional attributes are often used to acquire customers who we can resell to over a lifetime. The next one is TB. B is brand attributes. Brand attributes are often used to retain customers. So we get them in with a transactional attribute. We're going to retain them with brand attributes and develop brand loyalty. And when you think about this, this is usually things like your mission, your vision. What is a lifestyle motive? What is your story? What's the founder's story? So what are you going to include for your brand attributes? And like I said, it's a brainstorming exercise. I want you to just think of 4 potential brand attributes that you could use in your messaging. So some examples I can use for selling sunglasses out in the Arctic. The first one here, brand attribute, we could say we are complete winter explorers. So come to us because we are the hardcore winter explorers. Okay, another example that we could use, maybe it's a founder story. I founded this brand, I started this product because I climbed 100 different mountains out in the Arctic and my eyes were freezing. So it's the founder video and the why you are doing this message that you would want to include. So I said there, climbed mountains, options kind of sucked at the time. So I started this product to solve that specific problem. Okay. Now, another brand attribute you could say that you could talk about a cause that you support. Like maybe everybody who buys your sunglasses, you're going to donate to some kind of foundation. So let's just say you support a foundation in eye health, for example. It could be anything. Okay. And the last one, let's talk about the big vision of the company. Where do you want to take this? You could talk about you can make a really bold statement that we're on a mission right now, or our big vision is to make sure that everybody traveling to the Arctic never has to get frostbite, or that they get to consume all the amazing scenery because they're not blinded by all the UV rays. So let's just say every traveler deserves the best trip. All right, the next one, we covered T, B, so we got transactional and brand attributes. The third type of offer attribute that persuades customers to say yes is I for influence. Okay, so this is influence attributes. With influence attributes, these are most often third-party endorsements of your product. It could be celebrity endorsements, it could be influencer endorsements. My favorite kind of influencer attribute is customer testimonials. What are your customers saying about you and what do they love about you? You want to feature those stories in your messaging. Of course, user-generated content that your customers create is a great kind of influence attribute. So let's think about 4 ideas that we could use here. One could, of course, be a customer testimonial. You're going to actually go and get a real customer testimonial and feature it in your messaging. Okay, and another one, what if there's a famous person who likes to climb mountains out in the Arctic, or they like to climb ice, or whatever it may be? Let's get a featured endorsement from one of these climbers. Let's get them to wear your sunglasses out in the Arctic and see what they say. So this is featured celebrity endorsement. So I put their celebrity ice climber endorsement. And beyond just the customer testimonial, you really want to focus on not just getting the words, that's good, like using reviews, but you want user-generated content. Get a customer using your product and giving feedback on what they liked about it. So user-generated content will be a really good one. All right, so there I put user-generated content from someone using your product. You want to go and get that. And the last one, what about people who spend a lot, like what about influencers out in the Arctic wild? Like, there's got to be a lot of influencers out there, I'm dead certain there are, that are in winter conditions. You want to feature your products with these influencers, maybe it's micro influencers, but getting your products on their channels. So an influencer feature. Okay, right now we're just brainstorming, but we're getting to the last offer attribute that persuades customers to say yes. This one is F for function. With function, this one should be obvious to anyone who is an e-commerce entrepreneur. How does your product make your customer's life better, right? How are you making it more convenient? What problems are you actually solving when they use the products? So with function, we know that we're increasing UV ray protection with our sunglasses. All right, this is a pretty obvious one. Now let's talk about like the cold conditions, right? It's going to be really freezing out there. What kind of protection do you have around the sunglasses to protect your skin from exposure to the terrains? So you might talk about like warmth. All right, and then beyond beyond the sunglasses just protecting you from the elements, what other functionality does it have? Well, maybe yours are a really nice design, so you feel good, look good in them too. It's not just clunky and it's not all about the protection, but they actually look good too. So you can look like you're really excited and you're healthy and you're like a sportswear type of thing. So let's just say that like they look athletic as well. All right, so we got increased UV protection, warmth, look athletic. Now let's talk about even how are you going to carry these things around. Maybe they come in a really nice, hard, protective case that can never be destroyed. So there's a nice function element. It's easy to pack, easy to throw in your suitcase. So a hard case that's indestructible for your hardcore lifestyle. Okay, so now, as you could see, we came up with a lot of great ideas to sell sunglasses that are specifically for people in the Arctic. I want you to do this for your business right now. It's a pretty easy, straightforward exercise, but you have no idea how far it's going to take you and how much it's going to help you when you have to write copy for your ads, emails, and landing pages. You have all the answers right here at your fingertips if you complete this exercise. So I encourage you right now, go and brainstorm 4 different ideas for the 4 different offer attributes. And a good way to remember, TBIF, thank Buddha, it's Friday. Go get that done, and I wish you the best of luck.